Hello, everybody, and welcome into another edition of TinChattin. I'm Drew Frey. You, of course, know Mike Moss, who's joining me here today. And this weekend, we're kicking off a Tenderloin weekend here. Just kind of, Mike, take me through the significance of the Hoosier Tenderloins and having them all out on the field in the red, white, and blue.
Well, it actually started a year ago. And the Tenderloin Series is a series of 3 games and 3 nights, sponsored by Indiana Pork. And basically, they're trying to get across the message that pork is just as good as beef, if not better.
Yep.
And I have to tell you, Drew, when you get out here to the ballpark, you got to try it. It's big, it's good. It is different from a burger. It is different from pizza. It is different from a hot dog. Here is an alternative, but something that you can enjoy when you come out to the ballpark to see the TinCaps play.
Yeah, I mean, when you think of baseball, it's generally the hot dogs, and you can get, you know, the fries, the chicken tenders, but you get the popcorn, the Cracker Jacks, all that. Where does the Hoosier State Tenderloin fall into the mix?
It's making strides.
Okay.
I mean, truthfully, back when I was younger, long before you were thought of,
Right.
there used to be a slogan on TV, baseball, hot dogs, apple pie, and Chevrolet.
I remember those.
And I remember growing up as a kid in Detroit when my family would take me out to what was then known as Tiger Stadium. Ballpark Franks was the thing. If you're in Los Angeles and you see a Dodger game,
It's the
Dodger
Dodger
Dog, and others. If you go to Arlington, Texas, they love their barbecue.
Yep.
Different locales offer different, what I call delicacies, based on what is good in that particular area. But what it is a chance, and this is something that this organization has worked hard at. The basic theme for all these years has been family, fun, entertainment. But you have all these different type of groups. You have what I call the baseball junkies like myself that are really involved in the game that's being played, you know, behind us.
Yeah.
You have a lot of kids that come that like to go over to the playground across the way, different things.
Yeah.
You've got people that may or may not like baseball, but they like to congregate. You got this beautiful facility, which since it's opened up in 2009, I have called the Taj Mahal of minor league baseball. I'm selfish and I'm biased. Haven't been to every minor league ballpark in America, but I've been to a lot of them.
Yeah.
And what they have here is just nothing short of wonderful or fantastic. Before a broadcast, if I have the time, I like to walk around the concourse. I told you before we started, 3 laps equals a mile, so you can get some exercise. And it's always fun seeing somebody that may recognize you, not to get big-headed, because that's the goal of a broadcaster, never
Of course not.
to get big-headed.
Never.
But if someone comes up and they either, in my case, they recognize me either from my face, from watching TinChattin since 2012,
Yeah.
or my voice, broadcasting with this particular organization starting in 2003. So it's kind of neat to be recognized a little bit, but the goal behind everything is, as far as a broadcaster is concerned, provide the best possible information and have a little fun doing it. And the goal from a team standpoint is, if you like it so much, come on out to the ballpark and you'll like it even more.
Yeah. Well, even just taking a look at this past week, the Wednesday game, more than 5,000 fans, the announced attendance, just walking around here, I mean, it was absolutely packed. You could tell there was a different energy in the air. I think part of that was they did have a major leaguer on the mound,
Yes.
Yu Darvish. I saw the nickname for the day was Parkview Field.
Correct.
For Yu Darvish. What was that atmosphere like, having a multi-time Cy Young finalist?
Well, it is the second time in Parkview Field history that a San Diego Padre player, I should say pitcher, has made a rehab appearance here at Parkview Field. 2 years ago, Blake Snell came in here and pitched 4 scoreless innings. And it wasn't quite as good for Yu Darvish on Wednesday night. He pitched a great 1-2-3 first inning, ran into some trouble in the second, primarily a couple of defensive lapses, and then he threw a gopher ball that he wishes he had never done, only the second ball to ever be hit over on top of the U.S. Foods 400 Club, the top of the club. Fernando Tatis did it in 2017. And so in some ways it was like history making. On a normal night without you, Darvish, we might have gotten 2,500 in the house. And yet 5,011. So it's a testament to the fans of Fort Wayne and baseball fans in particular. When you get a chance to see a bona fide major league player, even if he's only here for 3 or 4 innings, you'll treasure that experience. And Darvish was extremely gracious. I mean, I can say this publicly now. He bought post-game dinner for both the visiting Wisconsin Timber Rattlers and the TinCaps on both Tuesday night and Wednesday night.
Wow.
Yeah, he had his performance. He had 20 minutes to work out, cleaned up, and met with the media. And even before he could get in the car and head for the airport, there were fans that wanted an autograph. He signed every autograph that he was asked to sign. That is the epitome of what I call a professional athlete who was kind and considerate. He got his work in. He told the media he was grateful, felt he accomplished some things. True baseball fans weren't thrilled about the fact that he gave up 6 runs on 7 hits, but it didn't mean anything to him.
Yeah.
And in reality, it didn't mean anything to the team because the first half ended on Thursday night. It's 2 66-game halves. And no matter who won or lost, it was not going to affect the standings in either the East, where the TinCaps are, or the West, where Wisconsin is. They're the first half Western Division champs. So it's just a case of, let's play baseball. You know, the late Ernie Banks would always like to say, let's play 2 at Wrigley Field. We lost a great one a couple of nights ago in Willie Mays, arguably the greatest baseball player of all time.
Yeah.
At the age of 93. And my, how he loved baseball. And the fans of today and the teams of today at whatever level need to take a step back and look at what some of these greats did so many years ago and how they cultivated and developed the national pastime still. Now, the NFL will have a different view of that.
Right.
But baseball is, you know, it's something we all did as a youngster in one way or another. And what Darvish did here on Tuesday and Wednesday night speaks volumes about the kind of person he is and about the kind of person that a lot of major league players are.
And talking a little bit of that baseball as this first half ends, playoff spot clinched for one team. We're now looking ahead to, you know, pretty much starting at 0 from the start of that second half. Not necessarily the most ideal start of the season for the TinCaps, but this also happened last year. What does this team need to do to move forward?
They need to meld together. If you may remember, we were in the same situation last year. At one point, we were 10-22 last year, and yet we came back in the second half and made the playoffs.
Yeah.
For the first time since 2017.
It's an incredible run.
At a great Eastern Division final series with Great Lakes. We won here, lost 2 one-run games up in Michigan. So the precedent has been set. We may get some additional help from the parent team. You know, whether we get some players like we have just done in the last day or two from Lake Elsinore, who are going to get their chance to cut their teeth at a higher level. The Major League Draft will be taking place not too far away. There may be some draft picks. Remember, last year we had Jackson Merrill, who was the Padres' #1 pick from the year before, and look where he is today, starting center fielder for the parent club.
He's having a great
He's having a great year. Graham Pauley was here, and what he did in 45 games by driving in 46 runs was unbelievable. And we try to help these players as best we can to refine their skills and hopefully make it to Petco Park someday, or if not with Petco Park, with another major league team.
Yeah, ton of fun. Well, I think that's going to do it for us on this TinChattin. Mike, thank you so much for taking the time to sit out here in the ball field and just talk baseball with me.
Well, again, belatedly, welcome to the zoo, as I like to say.
Exactly.
And looking forward to working with you and Maggie. And when we're at home, we get to come out here. When they're on the road, I'll stop by the station. But in any event, we get to continue something we've done since 2012, and that's hopefully entertain what Fort Wayne TinCaps baseball is all about.
Exactly. I look forward to continuing doing this with you. So
likewise.
yeah,